I'm sorry, what?
All right. Hello, everyone. We are gathered here today for Sabrina and Jillian to talk about our thoughts on Right Here, Right Now,
The movie.
the movie.
Yeah, we just thought that like last time or with the first part that we should start with our thoughts because I mean maybe there's someone out there who cares. um uh yeah, so what did you think of it?
Well, first, we both saw it on opening night, correct?
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes.
And yeah, well, I had you spill the beans to me consensually
Yeah,
on
Jillian,
what the ending was.
the first thing she no like weeks prior already I've asked her if she wants to know anything because I'm 6 hours ahead of her and so I saw it first. And she was like, yeah, just tell me if Copia dies or not. And I'm like, sure, I can do that. And then my friend Renee and I called her afterwards and asked her how much she would like to know. And in the end, we just told her everything. Um, except for, I think we didn't tell you about the part, the first 5 minutes with Soltarian and the
Yeah, all you said was
keep your
you said
phone
it so
ready.
mysteriously as well. Keep your phone out. Maybe
did you
record it
did you
for
record
us.
anything?
I did, yeah. I had my phone and I'm like, oh, they want me to do something with my phone. What's gonna happen? I don't want anybody to see me. And then Mr. Saltarian pops up and he's like, get your phone out and hit record.
I think we did too, but it was so dark. They should have just put on
Yeah,
some
like
light
I
in the theater. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to put on my flashlight. So it was very dark, but we recorded ourselves watching, the flashbacks of the audience. And I uploaded. Not sure what they're going to do with it. We'll see. Some people think that this is what's going to be the bonus content that has now been pushed
I
back
think so
twice.
too.
That would be like a little weird because the website, when you look what they usually do, it's usually live concerts, live shows.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't think it's
hmm.
this audience stuff.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, I will say we went to the movie theater, and with my knowledge of everything that happened, I'm not gonna lie, I was very disappointed when you told me the ending of the movie because, we've been interviewing hundreds of billions of people about all their theories. And then right when Sabrina told me the ending of the movie, I was like, oh, that's it. That's it.
Something.
Yeah. And I've said this a million times on my Instagram and I've said it through the podcast. I am slow to new change. I hate things the first time I listen
Agreed.
to it or watch it. It's a very annoying trait about myself. And um,
Can I just say real
you know,
quick? Can we, like, just
yeah.
for a second, why is you see, like, my cupid's bow, the middle
Yeah.
part? Why is this not lining up with the middle of my nose? It's going in my nostril. I'm sorry, this is so random, but I just noticed that and I can't unsee it now.
Ooh, you freak.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're fine. Um, so watching it, also, I have to say, I have watched the movie in a Cinemark theater and an
What?
AMC theater, the two theaters that are around here. AMC, your theaters suck, and you need to get it together because the sound quality is awful. Peace and love. Cinemark, I could feel the bass like in my taint, and it was great. But yeah, I watched it 4 times now, and my opinion has changed with every single time I've watched it. I have to say, and we just finished our recording with Marilyn, which opened up a new perspective for me on the script slash non-existent script that they had to work with. um, yeah, I ended up I think I like it. I think I like it. Um, what is your initial thought of watching it the first time?
I was very overwhelmed. I was clinging to Renee the whole movie. Every single time the like they show the backstage stuff, like the non-concert stuff, I was just clinging onto her because I was so nervous. And because I just wanted to be right so bad about Copia dying. I wanted to be so right that I was just holding on for dear life. Um I I liked it. I did not think that I would like the concert part so much.
Hmm,
Um, it. I mean, I was really looking
really?
forward to seeing all the, like the skeleton stuff and 20s, and if you have ghosts, I was really looking forward to that. But yeah, I've fell in love. No, not fell in love. Like fell in love again with some of the songs. Again, I've said it on my stories. I fell in love with Kiss the Go Goat again because, especially in the chorus, he sounds so incredible, so different.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, the backstage part, like the actual movie part of it, I said it. I went on a little rant for my close friends on Instagram. I think a couple of days after I've seen it. I I don't really get his plan of not explaining anything,
Yeah.
um just like 30 seconds before the movie ends is where there's like the actual point of it all, you know.
Yep.
And I just it is not like do that for the first 30 minutes and then just give us anything except for confusion because that was what I was just confused. And I was like my adrenaline was like almost flowing out of me, and it was like hard to watch the first time. When I went to see the second time, I was way more relaxed, of course, and I could actually appreciate all the details and everything else. Um, it is a very hard film to watch for the first time.
Yes.
Um, yeah, because you again, of course, you don't know what to expect for the movie part, but yeah, I like it. I really really like Frata Imperator. Um, love everything about it. Love the outfit. I love the way you could see his confidence rise. I like Sister and Nihil as like a ghost couple now. Are they even a couple anymore? I don't know. I have no clue. What do you think?
Um, well, I could go on a rant right now if that would be fine with you.
Sure.
So, I'm Jillian. Hi, I'm Jillian, and I'm critical. Nice to meet you. And as someone, and Sabrina had to remind me of this. She was like, "Girl, you need to remember that most of the fandom is not like you in over analyzing every single thing, um, and having the memory of an elephant with these stupid chapters." And, watching it the first time, I think I was disappointed because, like Sabrina said, the only thing that really mattered was like the last 5 minutes.
No, I wouldn't
And
say that.
I
No, I wouldn't say
not
mattered.
mattered, but like was explained or like story wise,
Yeah.
like was the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I still am disappointed in that because a 2.5 hour movie and we only got maybe 20 minutes backstage, but only 5 of those like actually had something to do with the lore and plot. I was expecting more. Okay. Um, I also think that I don't know if it was screenwriting choices or directorial choices or both, but I think many of the little nuances to the plot were too abstract. Like the first time and second time I watched it, I didn't even notice that weird montage when Copia looks at Sister and she's going in and out of the wheelchair.
Hmm.
And the whole time I kept thinking, I was just so confused. I'm like, is she sick or not? Like, what is going on? And it's just another one of those things where I don't think Tobias should have been the sole screenwriter for this movie.
I just think that
Because
is,
it,
yeah, sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
you're fine.
It's just, that is, I listen, I have no clue about screenwriting or anything like that. But I think this is where you see that this was Tobias' first steps into this world. Because
Yes.
things should have been a little bit more noticeable. Especially, like you said,
Yes.
the wheelchair thing. It should have been like a little bit more, like on the nose. And not just
Mm-hmm.
like for those who really, really, you know, looked at every single
Pick up
detail.
on that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely agree with you. Like the first time, I mean, this has been building up in anticipation. So watching it the first time, you almost black out. You don't even notice anything. It's like overwhelming.
Yeah.
You're getting so much content. Um, but looking at it now, I do think it is nice to have Copia finally be head of the clergy. I love his outfit. I love that he now has a newfound confidence. And in the words of Sammy Rose, he's serving Gunt. Um, I love the outfit. Um, there, you know what? And I will say this, and this is just my opinion. Story wise, for Copia's character arc, I think it would have been best if Nil was not his biological father.
Why?
I still think the idea of an outsider, someone who does not share the emeritus bloodline, rose to the top and proved that he is every bit of emeritus
Oh, okay.
as the others. And I think there still could have been a nice, like, father son bonding moment in a way. Like, Nil could have been like, you know what? You proved me wrong. You don't have to carry my blood to prove that you are
Mm.
worthy. And look what you fucking did. You did this. Like, you look out there, kiddo. Like, you should be really proud of yourself, and I'm proud of you too. Like, that whole moment could have still stayed, but I think character wise, it would have been best if Copia still was not part of the bloodline. So that is another reason why I was a little disappointed. Because I was like, that kind of defeats the purpose of like the all the chapters where he's like, he's not part of the bloodline. We don't want him around here.
I kind of agree, but then I always have to think about the fact that it's not over yet. Like there's more to come
Mhm.
lore wise, and we don't know what Tobias has in like what his plan is for the future. So maybe there's reasons to all of these things. Like maybe there's reason to why Nihil has to be the father. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um, I think it also once again created a lot of new theories, which,
Yeah.
honey, Tobias, I am too tired to speculate any further on what the hell this story is going to entail. I am tired, man. He threw in so many references to The Exorcist, to Antichrist, to Caligula,
Yo, man.
and watching
It
the
was all in
ending
there.
credits um with the whole twin thing. And don't even get me started on the two dead twins at the end. Are they
Yeah.
the twins?
What is that
They were not
about?
dead in the chapters, and now they're spectral little assassins. Like, I
Why?
don't get it, dude. Yeah.
That is like part of what I mean with. Yeah, it's nice to leave some mystery, some
Hmm.
secrets, but especially this twin thing. That should have been explained, I agree. Um, there's like, part of me believes that this will not be explained. Never.
No.
They
Mm.
will just be dead and be ghosts with Nihil and sister. And Tobias will be like, yeah, it's just the way things are.
Yeah. It's just a gas leak.
Yeah.
And also, at the end of the day, Copia's just talking to himself. None of these fucking people exist. I mean, look at the janitor. He was like, look at this, dude. I'm backing away. Even
Yeah, why
Jesus
does.
was a little confused.
Yeah, but Sultarian sees the ghost.
Yeah.
He sees
Yeah.
Nihil.
Mhm.
Why?
I also have another critique, if I may say so, because hello, I'm Jillian and I'm critical. even though I've never created a film in my life.
Didn't you like act in a movie back in high school?
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. I've been in
You're
many award-winning A
you're a
plus
professional.
films. I'm a professional. Uh, they're still on YouTube. Go find them, kiddos. I thought Jesus was cute. I thought Ashley was cute, but I
Oh,
thought that they were spotlighted too much.
especially Ashley. I mean, love her. She's doing
Adorable.
such an important job, right? But yeah, it was a little too
And
much.
we asked our friend Brad, who was there both nights in LA. You can actually see him in the movie many times. And I was curious. I was like, Brad, did he change his broken shoe both nights?
No.
No, he just did that one night. Why keep it in the movie? What is the significance of
Listen,
that?
listen. A friend
Okay,
of
I'm listening.
mine has a theory about that.
Okay.
Um, so let me see if I can find it because I love the theory. Let me see if I can find it. So this person was not there. Here. I think the stage shoe change is a precursor to the end sequence with the hot air balloon. I think the hot air balloon is a hallucination because he actually slips and falls down the stairs and hits his head. And that's why the next scene he's on the floor. So I think the shoe was changed and that's why he slipped down the stairs because he says he needs to make sure he doesn't get injured on stage while the shoe changing thing happens. So maybe
Interesting.
this was
Hmm.
for the plot and never like this was planned, you know? And I agree.
That's I didn't think of it that way. It's nice to hear a
Because
little
you can
different perspective.
because you can also I'm not sure if you've noticed that, but one song or two songs before the shoe changing thing happened, they left in the part where he's checking his shoe. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why leave that in if this whole thing isn't planned? You could, like, they had so many different camera perspectives. They could have just, showed more of Juddy. I don't know, like.
See, I think about that and then I'm like, there was such a buildup of this stupid boxing
Oh,
segment,
please don't get me started on
and
that
it
one.
was all for nothing.
This is like,
He
I'm
looked
mad about
great,
that.
and he was beating the audience members.
Like, he was throwing punches. Like, this is the.
Yeah.
I'm. That's the only thing I'm mad about, is this fucking boxing scene. Like,
Yeah.
give us anything, please.
Mhm.
Just anything. But then I also have to think maybe something will happen with it. But at the end, no, I don't think anything will happen with this boxing
Giving up
scene.
all hope and speculating.
It
Yeah.
was just him, doing it
Doing a
for,
side quest.
yes, just for us to, you know, talk about it. And this was, yeah, that makes me mad. What was your
Yeah.
favorite part of the movie, from from the concert part?
It was definitely 20s.
Hmm.
100%. I will say I listen to the song a lot and my ears have never picked up the organs in the background. And hearing it live at Cinemark movie theater where the speakers are fantastic, not AMC. Uh hearing the organs and like I'm not a professional dancer whatsoever. I always wish that I had been. I loved ballet. I do like little bar workout. Like I was a Zumba instructor for a little bit. I love dance. I love it. And seeing the skeleton dancers, Papa being carried, hearing the organs, iconic. That
Yeah.
was my favorite part of the film, and I love it. What was
Agreed.
yours?
I'm not sure. Again, I really like Kiss the Go Go live now.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite parts has to be seeing Renee in like on like the big screen. She was there
Yes.
so much. It was
Yes.
crazy. One time you could see her through Papa's legs. I was like,
Yeah.
That is my fucking friend there. That is my friend, you know? That was one of my favorite parts. Yeah, love 20s, love the skeleton dancers. I really loved how they kind of did this impression of the Dance Macabre music video choreography on stage with Dance Macabre with the skeleton dancers, carrying Papa. You still have to watch that. You still have to watch that goddamn music video.
Yes.
Of course.
No.
But I have to say, something I was a little bit disappointed in
Mhm.
was I loved the live version of If You Have Ghost. I really like that
Mhm.
with the veiled goulettes. Really enjoyed that with Papa's little hand kiss at the end. Very cute. I was a little bit disappointed in the
And you
speech.
froze.
I froze.
Yeah, so you're back.
Okay. I was a little
What was the point of it?
I was a little disappointed in the speech because it was hyped up
Mhm.
so much online. Renee
Yeah.
hyped it up so much, and then it was like he said beautiful things, yeah.
You.
But after the movie, I said to her, I'm like, listen, Renee, you've hyped this up so much. I was like my expectations were through the roof. But then she told me that he did two different speeches both nights, and they took the
Oh.
more boring one. She told me. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Wonder why.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe and then it's the same thing with us having way too high expectations. Not
Yes.
everybody cares. The editors, the directors, not enough. Like not everybody cares as much about these little details as we do. You know.
Mhm. And I was talking with a friend about this, and it really has been a learning curve for me. And there's been a lot of learning and understanding of myself being a fan of Ghost for the past years. Um and I really had to learn to let go of high expectations,
Yeah.
maybe
Agreed.
reel myself back in a little. Um, and just reminding myself that this is Tobias's band and vision, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And I'm never saying he can't.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll still be critical because that's me, and
Yeah.
I've spent amount of money that I don't want to say and tattooed my arm
Mm.
on this, and I'm allowed to be critical. I'm allowed to have opinions. Um, Speaking of the music, I will say that it has given me a new appreciation for some of the songs that I don't like. Um, I do not like the If You Have Ghosts cover. I never have liked it,
Same.
but it was beautiful, all thanks to slowing it down,
Yeah.
having the cello, having her wonderful vocals and the piano.
Yeah.
Um, I thought that was great. Absolution was fun. I would love to get into the soundtrack
We can
later
do
if you would.
we can do that in a second. I just want to say I'm scared for the soundtrack, like in general, to come out, like the whole album, because I, me personally, I hate Absolution on the soundtrack. It
Yeah, you don't like the
sounds,
sound of, yeah.
it sounds so weird. And a friend of ours, a friend of the podcast, Leon, he's also said that it sounds like Tobias re-recorded this after the concert without the mask because Absolution in the movie sounded so different, and I'm so scared that this is what this whole thing is going to sound like, and I don't want it to sound like that. I want it to have the proper concert feel, and I don't want them to just have to be re-recorded and then just add some audience to this. I hope that's not what they did. Yes, but speaking of, there's a new song as well.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, if you
Hmm.
want me to start,
I would love it.
when I first heard it in the credits, I was so mesmerized by the video that I almost didn't even listen to the song, because it was just like serial killer after serial killer and war scene, and it was crazy. It was this whole thing, of course. Um, but I am so in love with this song, Jillian. You don't even know. It's been on my most played list for June. I've even changed my top 10 because of it. I crossed out Ritual for it. That's how much I love this song. It is just, yeah, just like I think I read this on Twitter or TikTok. Nihil never misses. And that's the
Doesn't.
case with
Yeah.
this one. Um I'm not sure who said this. Was this you? I think I read something the other day about in the movie. Nihil said, "Let's save one song."
Hmm.
Was that you?
Could have been
Let's save one song for
the new
something
guy.
for the new guy. Yeah. So what does that mean? Is that for? Do they mean the futures of foreign land by this, or
So my interpretation of that, he said, let's take something borrowed from the past from you and I, Copia, and give it to the new guy. So something new, something borrowed. Like,
yeah,
so the new guy is going to perform this song. This is what I'm thinking.
the
Like,
like another song or the futures of foreign land?
the future is a foreign land.
Okay.
Yeah. So because Copia's like, am I gonna have to learn a new song? And he's like, no. This is let's take something borrowed from us, this song, and he can continue it. So
Hmm. What is your opinion on the new song?
it was okay. When I first heard it, I did not like it. Like I liked it. It reminded me a lot of I don't know if anybody knows this song, The Eve of Destruction, which is by I forget his name. But it's a song from the 60s that talks about all of these horrible things going on in the world and tell me over and over and over again, my friend, how you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. And it's very calming, but it's talking about like a lot of shit that's going on in the world. And it was
Yeah.
back in the 60s. Um, so when I first heard it, immediately I thought of that song. And because I didn't care for the movie the first time I watched it, I didn't really want to listen to the song. But the second time I watched it, the third time I watched it, that song was on repeat
Yeah.
for days. And I really love the song. I think it's comforting. I think at the very end when he switches it to if it all burns
Yeah.
down, I think it's hopeful and it's
Mm.
nice. Um
I also think
yeah.
this song could have easily been on Subvision So Far So Noir. Like this is just like a
Mhm.
more polished version of a Subvision song in my opinion. It kind of gives me the vibe of Necropolis from Subvision
Mhm.
because both are very cinematical movies songs. Um, yeah, this song to me is a mixture of So Far So Noir, Impera, and Passiflora. Like these three
Yes.
albums combined is what makes the Futures of Foreign Land. Yeah, but I'm very really excited to see if this is the vibe for the new album that is going to come out with the new Papa, or is it a Papa?
That is the question.
I've seen many things now. A bishop, an apt. I think I've read something else. Can't remember.
He does have a pretty tall
Yeah,
meter.
very tall. Was that you talking about a piece of hair that you saw?
Yeah, scraggly ass long piece of
Yeah,
hair
he
sticking
better
out
not
from his
do
head.
that. No, thank
What if
you.
he has a rat tail?
Oh my god, like a or what is that
Like a
in
little braided rat
or,
tail at the base of your neck.
or a what is that in English? Like a vokuhila thing, like long and then
Mohawk?
a mohawk. Yeah, imagine if he has a mohawk.
Smash.
No. Like I like me a mohawk, but I know that Tobias would do like some fucked up thing and it would not be pretty. I don't
Uh,
I don't hope he has long hair. But seeing how tall this person is, I think we can finally bury the thought of this being Turzo's comeback. This is not going to happen. Because he's a short king.
no. Yeah. Well, that was also another thing that I would have loved to have seen in the movie. Um, I would have loved to have scenes where Copia is looking in the mirror and maybe he saw Primo and Secondo and Terzo being like, "It's okay
Yeah,
to let go."
that would have been cute. Yeah.
Um, because Nil really didn't even acknowledge any of his sons.
No,
Like
no.
the acknowledgement of any former papa was just nil. It was out the window. And I thought that was kind of a bummer.
To me, still the biggest plot hole in all the chapters and now in the movie, something I will never understand is that Nihil says that he has not been the first papa. His papa was papa and his father's father was papa, you know? What about them? What happened? Where's their music? Where's their lore? What happened with them? Nothing about this is ever explained, and I understand that in the beginnings it was just for fun. Um but also, what was I about to say? Oh yeah,
I don't know, gosh.
maybe for Frata Imperator, maybe. I thought that he could either be a very strict Frata or a very like laid back because we don't know what the new Papa is going to be like, character wise. He could be either very like secondo, like intimidating and
Yeah.
strict and professional, or he could be like Terzo or Copia and be more, flamboyant, more funny, more sexual, which would mean that to like however he's going to be like Frata Imperata has to adjust to that. Does he behave more strict? Does he behave more laid back? And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with that as well.
I think I mentioned to you the other day, I kind of had like a little, not epiphany, I just had a thought.
I love
Like,
that word. That is one of my top three favorite English words.
epiphany?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Um, that, we see Tobias's vision. He wants to be on Rammstein level. He wants to be global. He wants to perform eventually in stadiums. And so thinking about the next frontman of Ghost, it has to be something easily digestible. Though I've just kind of come to terms that it can't be too dark or too creepy or too this or that, but it also can't be like Copia. And Copia was such a fan favorite, and I'm truly curious on what he's going to do with it. And also, I put this in my Instagram stories. I can't wait to see how many versions of this next mask there are.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. About that, I mean, in the Secondo era, he was playing like festivals, not as headliner, of course, but he was still like he has already played big audiences. So, and he was more of the scary, dark, intimidating side. So why not? I, I don't know. I don't agree with you with that. That it can only be something easily digestible. Sure, they wouldn't put someone like Primo there anymore. Of
Yeah,
course
poor
not.
Primo.
Yeah, no, they would never do that again. I don't know, Jillian. I think it could be a mixture of Copia and Secondo. I think that would be still, like you
That'd be
said,
a nice mix.
digestible, but it would also be, go a little bit back to the roots. I know Bradley and I are looking forward to this happening again. I pointed to Opus. um, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And also, I am very curious about what when the new chapter is going to come because I don't think that the bonus stuff that is coming out will explain
No.
anything. Maybe I think I'm not sure. Did Renee say that? I'm not sure. Somebody said it. That the bonus thing could be the live version of Mary on a Cross because we of course only saw the beautifully done comic music video that was played, and also they're doing a second video. Did you see that?
I'm doing 2 videos now.
No, the people that did the comic version of Mariana Cross.
Mm.
They said that they're working on another video for Ghost. So
No.
maybe it could also be that. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah, girl. You only run the unofficial ghost podcast.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway.
Um, I will say I do have big beef with the live album, and I'm kind of hoping this isn't going to be a cash grab, Loma
Oh,
and Global and
with
Revolver.
with Mummy Dust and
Yeah, Mummy Dust
Year
Year Zero
Zero.
isn't even on there, and y'all left Absolution. Like, I have big beef with this
I mean, it kind of does
because
make sense though. It was all on Ceremony and Devotion.
it was all on Ceremony and Devotion, but also if you're gonna show 2.5 fucking hours of a movie with every single song that was played in LA, put it on the soundtrack. I don't get it.
But also, you can just like when the movie comes out eventually, you can just like, you know.
I know I already do that with unreleased stuff on YouTube. I may put it on my iTunes, which is why the live in Tampa, Florida Mariana Cross is on my phone. Yeah, I don't get that. That whatever though. I really do love what they did with Year Zero, and
Yeah, agreed.
yeah,
Love that.
that was a lot of fun.
So maybe to end this on a more positive note, we could say that
Yeah.
I think we're all very proud of Tobias
Very proud.
for sticking his toes into the acting world, and he did very great. And I'm sure this won't be the last actual movie that he will make. And
Hopefully not.
I think we're all very excited to see what's next. And yeah.
Absolutely. You go, girl. This is me talking to Tobias. You go. You did a great job. And everybody involved.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody did a great job, and we did a great job.
I'm sorry, what?